You're about to step onto a cruise ship. Maybe your first, maybe your 15th. But before you do, there are 10 secrets the cruise lines will never tell you. And one of them could quietly cost you hundreds before you even set sail. I've been on more than 30 cruises, and I've seen how these hidden systems separate the travelers who glide through their vacation from the ones who get trapped by onboard upsells and quiet fees. In this video, we're going step by step, from booking day to disembarkation, and by the end, you'll know exactly how to spot the tricks, avoid the scams, and sail like a true insider. Stay with me till the end, because the last secret, it's the one cruise companies hope you'll never discover. Before we dive into the 10 secrets, let's get something out of the way. Most people think of cruises as floating resorts, all-you-can-eat food, non-stop entertainment, new places to explore. But the truth is, nearly every detail, from the moment you book to the moment you walk off, is designed to shape how you spend. Once you understand how the system works, the power shifts. You travel calmer, smarter, and in control. And here's a bonus to help you out. I've linked my free cruise packing and planning checklist in the description. It's the same one I use before every sailing. It covers what to pack, what to leave behind, and how to avoid half the traps we're about to go through. Grab it now or later. Either way, it'll save you money and stress. Let's get into it. Every cruiser loves a bargain, and cruise lines know it. That's why prices on board are never truly fixed. They're dynamic, shifting quietly day to day based on passenger behavior and movement. When the ship is at sea, everyone's on board, relaxed, browsing, ready to shop. Prices are high because demand is guaranteed. But when the ship docks at port and half the guests step off, something curious happens. The same jewelry store, duty-free counter, or souvenir shop suddenly rolls out exclusive port day offers. It's not generosity, it's inventory clearance. Shops know fewer eyes mean fewer impulse buyers, so they quietly drop prices to move stock that didn't sell at full price. That half-off diamond ring, it might have been full price just yesterday, and still overpriced compared to what you'd pay in a local shop at port. So, how do you avoid the trap? Never shop on board during the first 2 days. Wait until the ship docks again midweek. If you see something you like, take a photo of the price tag and check again later. 9 times out of 10, it'll be cheaper. Not because of luck, but because you waited out the manipulation. Impulse shopping on day 1 is the fastest way to overspend. Smart cruisers wait, compare, and only shop when the crowds are off the ship. And when you hear final port day clearance, today only, smile. You'll know it's just the system resetting before the next wave of buyers comes on board. Every cruise terminal has one thing in common: a long line of passengers who paid extra to skip the line. It's sold as priority check-in, first access to lunch, being first on the ship. Sounds great, right? Until you realize it's mostly psychological. Here's how it works. When boarding opens, Group A, the early birds who paid for the privilege, show up all at once. That creates a VIP bottleneck. Meanwhile, the regular boarding groups, arriving just 30 to 45 minutes later, often stroll straight through security. You're not paying to board earlier, you're paying to wait earlier. Cruise ports operate in waves. Once the first surge passes, everything flows more smoothly. If you just time it right, you'll walk on without the chaos, and without spending extra. So, don't stress about being first. Plan your arrival mid-window, skip the crowd, and board just as the early folks are finishing their first buffet plate. Same ship, same perks. None of the extra fee. Here's one that even experienced cruisers don't always notice. The drink package pricing isn't fixed. It's adaptive. And it's watching you. Cruise companies use software that tracks your behavior on their websites and apps. Every time you click on the drink package, hover over the menu, or check what cocktails are included, that data feeds into your personal pricing profile. If the system thinks you're ready to buy, it may bump the price up slightly to make it feel like a premium offer. If you hesitate or check repeatedly without purchasing, it might drop the price to nudge you into action. You didn't catch a flash sale. The algorithm caught you. It works like airline seats or hotel bookings, except now it's for your mojito package. So, how do you beat it? Research once, then close the app. When you're ready to book, use an incognito browser or a different device. If the price is suddenly lower, you'll know you were being tracked. And for the best true discounts, Wait for the seasonal promotions, usually around 60 to 45 days before sailing. That's when the cruise lines push bulk sales and the algorithm takes a step back. Smart cruisers wait. Everyone else pays what the algorithm thinks they can afford. Most people think the games stop once you step on board, but the deeper manipulation begins when you unpack your bags. From the moment your cabin door shuts, every onboard system, from temperature to entertainment, is calibrated to keep you spending. Let's talk cabin air. You walk into your cabin, twist the thermostat to make it cooler, and nothing really happens. That's not your imagination. Most modern cruise ships have temperature controls that look personal, but are actually centrally managed. To save energy, they cap the minimum and maximum temperatures. Even if your dial says 19 degrees Celsius, it might really be 23. But here's the trick. Every cruise line is required to provide reasonable comfort for passengers with temperature sensitivities. You don't need a doctor's note. Just go to guest services and politely say, you have a medical or comfort need for cooler air. They'll send a tech to unlock your thermostat's full range. Then, and only then, will your cabin feel like the space you paid for. You get that exciting email. Congratulations, you've been upgraded. Sounds like a win, right? Not always. Cruise lines often reclassify cabins mid-season. That deluxe ocean view might be exactly the same room you booked. Same view, same size, just renamed for the next customer. They call it an upgrade, even if it's a sideways move. Worse, sometimes the new location is right under the pool deck next to the nightclub, or near a crew hallway where carts roll all night. Always check your new cabin number before accepting. Pull up the deck plan and see where it is. If it's lower, further forward, or next to high traffic areas, it might be noisier and less stable. And if it looks worse, call them. Ask to keep your original room. They'll usually let you, even if they frame it as a downgrade. In reality, you're just protecting what you paid for: peace, quiet, and a good night's sleep. Let's talk loyalty. You've reached silver, gold, maybe platinum status. You open the app, see that shiny member-only rate, and feel good. But here's the catch. Many cruise lines use dynamic loyalty pricing. That means the base price for loyal members is quietly raised before the discount is applied. So your 10 or 20% discount lands you at the same, or even higher in price than what was publicly available days before. It's not a reward, it's segmentation. And there's another trap. Once you book using a loyalty discount, you're often blocked from applying better flash sales that come later. Your fare is locked. To avoid this, always compare prices in a private browser before logging into your loyalty account. If the numbers shift after you log in, that's your sign. Sometimes the best deal isn't with your loyalty number. It's with a clean slate. Every cruise ship casino runs on psychology, not luck. It's not about making you win, it's about keeping you playing. It starts with the offer, play $100, get $20 free. But the casino already knows your habits, your past spending, your loyalty ID, how long you usually play. If you win and walk away, you'll be flagged as a low retention guest. Next cruise, fewer offers. But if you lose steadily and keep coming back, you're gold. That's when the free play offers arrive. It's simple math. They give you $100 in credits because your average loss is $180. So if you enjoy the atmosphere, fine. But set a limit, play once, and walk away. Don't chase the bonuses, because the system isn't rewarding you. It's trying to reactivate you. Now, let's talk data. You connect to the ship's Wi-Fi. Scroll your socials, check your email. Seems harmless. But behind the scenes, everything you open is being logged, not to spy on your private life, but to build a spending profile. If you browse spa deals, expect a flyer at your door. If you linger on jewelry websites, expect invitations to onboard events. This tracking would be heavily regulated on land. At sea, it's a gray zone. The ship's servers don't fall under any one country's laws. That data gets used in real time to upsell you. So, what do? Use a VPN before logging into ship Wi-Fi. Avoid signing into loyalty apps or shopping accounts while on board. And if that perfectly timed, personalized offer shows up in your cabin, now you know how it found you. Every cruise starts with a muster drill. The safety briefing, you scan your card, watch a video, and head to the pool. But here's what most don't realize. That scan does more than check the box. It flags anyone who's late or skips it completely. That data feeds into the ship's internal watch list. Security cameras and bar scanners quietly monitor flagged passengers more closely. It's not to punish you, it's about liability. Cruise lines can get fined if passengers skip safety protocols, so they track behavior quietly and automatically. Want to stay off the radar? Complete your muster drill early. Your profile gets cleared and the tracking stops there. Last one, and it's a sneaky one. You wake up on the final morning, have breakfast, and head to disembark. Your account looks good, no surprise charges. Then a week later, your credit card has a new cruise charge. Why? Because your final bill isn't always closed when you leave. In many cases, the onboard accounting system finishes processing hours or days after you disembark. During that time, fees can be added. Minibar refills, towel replacements, unreturned equipment, disputed drinks. And because it happens after you're home, most people never notice or bother to dispute it. Here's how to stop it. On your final night, go to guest services before the lines start. Ask for a printed itemized statement. Review it. If anything looks wrong, dispute it then, while the ship's transaction log is still open. Don't trust the "it'll adjust automatically" line. Get confirmation in writing. It's a small step that protects you from one of cruising's most overlooked costs, the post-cruise surprise charge. So there you have it. 10 cruise secrets the industry doesn't advertise. They're not meant to make you paranoid. They're meant to make you aware. Because once you understand the system, you can navigate it calmly, confidently, and in control. Traveling smarter isn't about being lucky. It's about knowing what's really happening behind the curtain. If this video helped you see cruising differently, stick with the channel. We're just getting started. More insider breakdowns are coming, and more calm, confident ways to travel better. Before your next sailing, grab that free cruise checklist linked below. I promise, it'll save you from at least half the traps we talked about today. And if you're ready for more, click the next video on your screen. You'll love it. Travel calm, travel confident. Your voyage is just beginning.